Hello to all of our brother and sister-in-laws out there, and of course, can't forget about the baby mamas holding it down, producing that liquid courage upstairs. Before we dive into today's shenanigans, we'd like to thank SeatGeek for becoming a first-time sponsor of the Man to Man podcast. SeatGeek stands out as the ultimate ticketing app, bringing a fresh perspective to the event game. What makes them so special? Well, unlike the other apps out there, SeatGeek's got this nifty deal score system that scales from 0 to 10 to each ticket. Green means it's a good deal, and red, well, not the best. It's like having a personal ticket expert right in your pocket. They cut through the ticket chaos, making sure you snag the hottest deals without any guesswork. And the best part, they're the absolute GOAT for finding sweet last-minute deals before an event takes place. Speaking of which, Liam and I snagged some last-minute tickets to a Preds game when the original ticket prices were through the roof. Not only were the deals sweet, but hell, dude, we got that mother effing dub. Listen, it's not just about the tickets either. SeatGeek hooks you up with personalized event suggestions, sweet in-app features like notifying you about price drop alerts, and flexible ticket delivery choices. It's more than an app. It's your VIP pass to hassle-free, unforgettable live experiences. And that's where we come in. For all first-time users, you can receive $20 off at the checkout by using our promo code MANTOMANPOD. That's MANTOMANPOD at the checkout for $20 off. Simply click the link in the episode description, download the SeatGeek app, or go to www.seatgeek.com. By doing this, you not only support our sponsor, but you support our show, and we appreciate you for doing so. We hope everybody is having a great start to the new year. We know we are. Now let's get into the podcast. UFC superstar Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, dude. What's going on, baby?
What's up, everybody?
Alrighty, what up, everybody? Welcome into Man to Man podcast. Today we're switching things up and talking man to woman. Please welcome on the show singer, songwriter, social media star Lauren Gray. We know you like the DJs.
I am okay.
$1.99 for a banana bag, bro.
The question is, when do you stop saying Happy New Year's to somebody?
Yeah, that's a good one because I ran into it during work this week, and somebody I didn't see on Friday said Happy New Year, and I was like, could be a lot. I mean, that could be the last day. So like 4 days, 5 days.
What is it today? January 6th. Yep, January 6th. 4 days in. What do you do on New Year's? We didn't even hang out.
We did not. We were going to.
We were trying to drag my ass downtown, bro.
I had a proposition to me of saying, "Hey, let's go downtown. I think all my friends are going downtown. You should come with me."
Right.
I obviously, if you know me, sounds terrible. I can't do downtown. So I didn't go downtown, but I did meet up with those friends and, said my lows. And then I texted my good buddy old E3, for those who know, and he was like, we're going downtown.
Everyone was trying to get me to go downtown. But I told myself, I was like, man, I got to stay in. And I ended up staying up till 6 a.m. So we're on to hopefully new and better things going forward, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I slept. I went to bed right at about 12:15 by myself.
Yeah, wish I was you. Wish I was you. Well, Happy New Year to everybody. You definitely can't say it in the second week, so let's just call it there. You cannot say Happy New Year's to someone come the second week of January.
No,
I don't care if you see that person for the first time. It's over.
If you didn't see him in the first week, then you probably don't know him that well anyway. So you should just. Okay. It's not a new year to you. I mean, it's just how you doing. Yeah. Good to see you again.
Well, Happy New Year. I don't even think I said it to you. This feels a little odd because we've had interviews. Feels like over the past 3 to 4 months. I think our last internal podcast had to be, let's see, maybe in October, early October. We had JP on, who used to be on the pod. New year, new changes, I guess. But my first thing is like, it's a new year, but if you have New Year's resolutions, why pressure yourself? Why put the pressure on yourself to do it?
Like, you're a big New Year's resolution guy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are though. But
I'm not. My thing is, dude, like, yeah, I got a notepad and I wrote some things down, which I haven't done in forever, like putting pen to paper. I write all the things down, but how attainable and achievable is everything all at once, maybe in the first month. We'll get into that in just a second, but this does feel a little odd because it's a new setup for us. We're in Nashville. Me and you before this just had like an hour-long conversation about what the hell we're about to do here in 2024. But a little recap for you guys, I guess in 2023, we've been doing the podcast since 2019. Our story is started out as a basketball podcast, got picked up on radio, and now we've kind of just been doing it ever since. But really and truly, this past year for us was probably pretty much game changer for the podcast and is a big reason to why we are looking at each other and writing down notes about what we want to do here in the next couple of months. Big interviews for us. Obviously, we went out to Los Angeles, again, to this radio station, Dash Radio. I don't know if we're still on the radio. Let's just call it how it is. Are we on the radio or not? I don't think so.
Who knows?
I don't know if we are or not. But we were going out there to Los Angeles in early August. It was going to be our annual Dash Radio trip. And the radio station was just renovating their studios the week before we got out there. We went out to LA. We went to our Airbnb, and we had all of our guests that we had lined up that were supposed to be on Dash Radio. We accustomed them. Is accustomed the right word? Accustomed them to our personal studio.
I don't know. Accustomed.
That's not the right word.
It is not. It definitely is not the right. We provided a place
I'm sorry.
to record.
I'm looking for the word accommodate.
Yeah, accommodation.
So, yeah, we accommodated them. Dude, I gotta read more books, bro. Oh man, I'm a fucking idiot, bro. So yeah, all right. Anyways, we had Jorge Masvidal lined up for our first guest, and as you can imagine, we're nobodies. So we've got this guy coming in who's a UFC superstar with a ton of his boys, and talk about nerve-wracking and talking about just flying out there and then interviewing him the day of. We flew out to Los Angeles, and we flew out from Nashville at about 4 or 5 a.m. Got in LA at about what? Noon?
Yeah, like 10:30 local.
So that happened. I mean, it was super cool. Next day, we had Bruce Buffer on the podcast. Something messed up there where he didn't get the Zoom interview link. I don't know in time. We did a 15-minute little interview with him. We just didn't like it, and we did it again. I did it back in Nashville. He was nice enough to come back on the podcast, but not a big fan of Bruce Buffer. I'll go ahead and say it right now. Let's call some tea. Fuck it. Not a fan. Not really a nice guy. Didn't really talk to us beforehand at all. He's got a lot. He's a busy guy. I get it. But, I mean, nonetheless, we thank him for coming on the podcast and giving us a name. And then the third day was Lauren Gray, social media superstar, juggernaut, 24 mil on Instagram alone, everything else. I mean, she's got, we're still on her page, bro. We're still collabed on her page with the teddy bear thing. I mean, it skyrocketed us. People are asking, how the hell? I don't know, bro. I mean, we've been doing this for a while, and it's been really cool, the people that reached out. So we came back from LA. We had Taylor Holder that next weekend at my crib in our personal studio here in Nashville. He was super cool, very nice guy. There's a lot of things that are said about him, but I think, fuck it. I mean, you really sit down with someone that's got a ton of popularity and people just know him from being a TikTok guy. I mean, have a conversation with somebody and get to know them, and who are we to judge, right? So Taylor Holder was cool. And then after that, we fucking locked in Riff Raff. So Riff Raff was awesome. Cleaned that up in West Palm Beach. It was the most insane and probably most random interview that we ever had. But we were kind of just catching...
Week before, we were like, are we actually about to go do this? Let's just fucking do it. Buy some tickets, and then... Next thing you know, we're waking up in fucking West Palm Beach on the fucking coast,
Fort
bro.
Lauderdale was fire too, bro.
Yeah,
the night before you missed out, but I mean, you came into a scene where I was just wearing Riff Raff glasses and like a tie-dye shirt, jean shorts, and I'm just like, I don't know where I'm at right now, bro. To be honest,
that was one of the. I feel like that's what we want to do more often that we can't do as much because we both have jobs.
Yeah,
just like pull up a weekend. We're going to go just fucking interview somebody and then turn around on Sunday and go home.
It's been wild.
48 hours is crazy.
I mean, it's wild, bro. After that, I can't even remember, dude. I think we went through a little phase of after that we got interns. We had 4 interns that worked for us for the next couple of months. They were handling our social media channels. So if you got like a DM from like our Man to Man podcast page and like we personally know you, I guess sorry, not sorry. Like that
It
wasn't
us. I promise you, it wasn't us. I promise you.
I mean, we got some really, really great help. Griffin was a huge help for us throughout that entire, little span of time, and Griff is still with us. But yeah, we had a ton of help on the social side. And then I think I don't even know who we locked in, bro. Jawan Johnson was huge for us, tight end for the New Orleans Saints. Chad and JT, Susie Evans won the Bachelorette. Noah Erb that didn't make it onto YouTube because we're testing new quality out, like new production and quality out. So unfortunately, that one didn't make it to YouTube. Blake, what was his name? It was another Bachelor guy that didn't come out. We didn't even release that one because we just fucked that one up. Who else? I can't remember, but it's been honestly a wild ride for us, and we're just kind of trying to sit back and take it as what it is, and we're somehow like working with brands now, which is awesome, and it's nothing to say that we're making a ton of money, but I mean, bro, we've been doing this for 4 years, and a little sprinkle is coming in, and it's nice.
I was gonna say the biggest thing I think, probably you'll agree with me, but like we've had interns before, and then we hired new interns, but then this year I think was the first time that we actually brought an intern full time,
right,
part of the crew.
Yeah.
And I think that helps so tremendously. So thank you, McKenna. I know you're probably listening. She definitely gets a shout out because I think that's like one of our biggest steps that people won't ever see. But she's the glue that keeps us going a little bit. So I like that.
Yeah, she's the GOAT, bro. I mean, even with us talking about it, it's like, dude, I don't want to stress about it. We've been stressing forever, dude. And it's like, that's why we're getting help. And McKenna's been a huge help. So what to look forward from us? A lot, honestly. To be honest, we figure out a couple. You have to change. Our whole thing is, I mean, we've got it on the wall in here, right? Article that says, how do you keep up with what's going on in the world in terms of like what kind of field we're in? You have to adapt to change. What that means is AI is about to take over the world. If not, it already is in some aspects. So, I mean, we're going to be using AI for a lot of stuff. AI is going to be cutting up our fucking podcast episode and begin clipping that thing up. We've got it for clips now. I mean, it's a huge help. So that's how we're at least trying to change and figure it all out from here. What else? You're listening to this probably on Tuesday, January, what is that, the 9th, Sunday, 7th, 8th, what is that? Sunday, 7th, 8th, Monday, 9th. We've got Cody Ash. He's the drummer for Jelly Roll on next weekend here in the podcast studio. Super stoked to talk to him. This guy, you look at his Instagram, he's just fucking flicking everybody off. So he's going to be a trip. He's probably going to come in with a ton of energy. And then after that, we've got, I guess, another bachelor guy, Jason Tartik, who I guess he's a New York Times bestselling author. And then we are in talks with Josh Emmett. So I think that one's pretty much a lock for us. He's a UFC fighter. I think he's welterweight division. He made this one dude seize out, like literally seize out. It's like the first time that's ever happened in a UFC fight. And the last fight of the year with who was on that main card? Colby Covington, which that was a trash ass fight. Colby Covington and Leon Edwards.
Yeah, Leon the second.
So it's been crazy for us, bro, and we're just gonna kind of keep it going. So thank you guys for supporting us. And whenever we're shouting out sponsors at the beginning, like click the link in the episode description, because if you use our code, then that's how you can support the show. Nonetheless, fucking subscribe to the podcast. If you're not subscribed to the podcast and you're watching this up until this point, let's just go ahead and take a pause. Subscribe to the podcast. We need 800 subscribers and road to 1K. So all the boring stuff, let's get out of that. I think our internal pod, we kind of want to get into a few different things. Obviously, it's the top of the year. New Year's resolutions are big for a lot of people. For me, I'm putting pen to paper. I'm buying a notepad. I'm writing down, kind of what my daily activities should be with timestamps, the day prior for the next day. I'm back into the gym, and it is so fucking laughable how many people are in the gym right now, bro? Because I'm going at the top of the YMCA, from the top of the parking garage into the top of the YMCA where all the treadmills are. There's no empty treadmill anywhere. And just be safe, because a lot of people are sick right now too. And a lot of people work out sick. So I took a step. I wanted to go like 100 days straight into working out, but I think I'm there, dude. But that's the thing, my whole New Year's, I got everything lined up, bro.
I was going to say, read what are your top 3 actual New Year's resolutions? If you had to like shortly answer that question, what are your top 3?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I can answer them for you. Working out is one. Okay.
Yeah, working out is one. Let me think. I think it's less stress, more sleep, working out, because a lot of what I learned from last year, especially at the end of last year when we were going through so much chaos, was that I was stressing a lot. I wasn't sleeping, but like I've just heard from so many different people, put yourself first and work out. And not to mention, everyone's fucking putting themselves first in this day and age because everyone's conceited. Everyone loves themselves. So that's where we are as a society. I think everybody knows that. But I think I've always heard, just go in there, work out, get your mental right, and your mental will roll into your physical. It'll roll into your job. It'll roll into your personal life, what other hobbies that you have outside of working out. So it is still fucking International Chest Day for me every single day. I'm not doing legs, dude. Maybe I'll tease the legs, but I'm getting athletic with the upper body and see where that takes me. Because it's got to start with the upper body, then it's closer to my brain. So I'm trying to get my brain right and everything, you know?
Yeah, I guess I mean, I'm not a big resolution guy. I'm more of like, behind the scenes, quiet, just.
Yeah, but you got to have one, bro.
Move in the dark. I think the biggest thing for me is, like, truthfully, it's just consistency.
Yeah.
And that's like consistency, with our podcast, obviously being the biggest thing. I know I've kind of been like, I'm kind of just a shadow worker to begin with type of personality, but like being present there, being present at work more, just consistency in whatever you do. I think that's like, and that's like not really a resolution because it covers so many things of my life that I want to be more consistent about. But consistency is like, I need to be more consistent in what I do and don't do. Because if I half-ass something, it's not very consistent.
You're not. I was gonna say, we talked about this, and you're like, you're not big on resolutions. But I think they're more of habits, right? Like, we have goals for the podcast, but it's like, how are you going to create a habit for yourself? I'm on dry January. To be honest, I really do think I could do it. I think the reason why I've been getting so faded the past 8 years because I'm bored as fuck, dude. Like, it's time to like get some new hobbies.
That's the thing that I hate about resolutions too, though, because people mark them down like, oh, this is my resolution, right? And I'm going to do this, this, and this. And I told you, like, talk to me after the first month, because I know half of you guys will go to the gym. Half of you guys will want to eat healthier and, sleep more, whatever it is your resolution is. And then after the first month, what's going on? You're still eating the fucking McDonald's cheeseburger.
Right.
You stop going to the gym every day. You go every 2 days now.
Because everything kind of slows down.
Yeah.
And but here is my thing.
And so I think it's bullshit. Just don't talk about it. Just do it if you're really going to do it.
Here's my thing about it, though.
Because it's very easy. I think it's very easy for people to be like, for 1 month, I'm about to go do this or do that. It's very easy because I've done it.
Right.
And I've been a part of those, like, oh, I'm going to do it for a month. And then after a month, it'll be... But it doesn't consistently happen after the first month or after the first 6 weeks.
That's a good point.
So talk to me in June. Are you still going you wanted to go to the gym every day. Are you still going to the gym every day in June? My guess is probably not.
I was going to say, people putting so much pressure on their resolutions like the first week, I've already screwed up. But I'm not going to let that not still be like my habit or my goal.
Right.
Because no one's going to do it, right? You're going to miss a day or two in the first couple of weeks. I think it could be opposite. You miss a couple of days in the first couple of weeks, but you're like, all right, that's okay. I'm just now getting into what I want to do.
Right.
So I think a lot of people just put way too much pressure on what they want to do. Hey, if you fuck up, then you fuck up.
Right. I'm okay with that. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm okay with that. But just like, we got to consistently see it if you're going to do it. That's why I'm not a resolution. I'm like, at the end of the year last year, I had 2 or 3 actual things I wanted to do. And by the end of this year and the start of this year, I'm still doing those things. like eating healthier, going to bed on time, not drinking during the week. Those were the biggest things that I wanted to not do, and I'm still doing them. So I didn't make a big fuss about it. I just knew internally those were my goals, so I wanted to do that.
I'm trying to think, man. What if I got anything else? I think that's about it. I think it's about it. I would love to stop chasing women for real, dude. Like for real, because I think we're all guys. Like, you know, we kind of just.
It happens.
It does happen. But like, I'll go ahead and say it, bro. We don't stand a chance as single dudes in our late 20s at all. We don't stand a chance. So, and I just got to realize that, bro. I do not. Like, no one wants to say hello to me. I'd love to say my hellos, but I don't think my girlfriend's in Nashville, bro. I'll be going to New York here soon.
Shout out to New York.
Shout out to New York. I don't think my lady bro is in Nashville, but that's okay. I don't think. I don't know, man. I gotta stop jacking off, so I just would like to stop yanking it. You ever are you masturbating or?
No. I mean, I haven't done that for a while.
You're 2 years older than me. Like, do you lose testosterone?
No, I think I'm stronger now than I was.
I think my T levels are low, bro. Because I'm like TMI, but I'm kind of shooting out blanks.
No, I think I actually, like, manly wise, I think I'm like more like locked in than I was. You think you got it?
Do you think that's like because of hydration, or like what do you think? What advice would you give me? Like coconut water?
Overall health, you started it with like get your mental right, because then everything else will follow.
Yeah.
Mentally, 2 years ago, I'll be honest with you, I was not there. Yeah. Like a lot of things in my life happened. Like, you
were cranking it out a little bit more back then. I'm not a huge cranker, but I would like to stop cranking it.
Yeah, I don't think it's you can find ways. Like, let's be honest. I don't want to go into the stories, but we can find ways to help that.
You talking about escorts?
Come on, no, dog. No, don't get escorts. Don't go to massage parlors. Don't do any of that. But you can slowly move away from what you feeling when you have like.
Yeah, no, I think masturbation comes with boredom too, bro. To be straight up honest with you, I told you this like middle of last year. Mm-hmm. Working from home, I think you got to get out more. You got to get out. You got to get the steps, and even the steps aren't even enough, bro. Like, you have to get out, because I've found myself over the past year, like, damn, I got 15 minutes before, I got a deadline. Let me get some motivation and crank one out.
See, that's the thing too. That's different a little bit between how your job treats you and how my job treats me.
Yeah.
I look forward to coming home because I know I don't have to do anything when I get home. Like, I'm not going to be bored. I'm like, technically I'm going to be bored at home, but it's like a relief to get home. Like, I'm working all day. I want to get back home so I don't have to do anything. Yeah. And that, it doesn't, like, I'm bored at home. I have my routine. I make dinner. I watch whatever is on TV. But you're here all day.
Well, I want to clarify something, though. I'm not on porn. I don't watch porn.
No. I knew that. But I'm just saying.
I don't watch it, bro.
That's good too if you're, in that space.
Like, that's the weird part too. Like,
welcome to the Internal Podcast from your boys.
Well, hold up. I just want to just real quick on that. When we talk about like the younger generation, how do you not pull up your phone and click Pornhub?
That's tough because I've never really been the biggest like that doesn't like I can get off to it, but it's not my like. I don't search. But, dude, I've never been
every fucking kid, Gen Z, and millennial are doing that. Are we millennials? Yeah, we are millennials. I think Gen Z. I think everybody's doing it, bro. Which sucks too, because like it kind of feels weird when you're on your mom's like phone bill, dude. You know what I'm saying? You can't like.
I think it's also like you said it. I think our generation was the end of it. Of like. We didn't really have that growing up. That access.
No. We had.
I couldn't go like I remember when I was like 8 years old, and my mom had dial-up computer like, and you type into fucking AOL. You can't like Google things you can now. Like so, the access was never really there. That's why I don't think hardwired. It's never been hardwired into me like it is now. Like it's that ease of access, like. Being able to access it is crazy.
And everyone's got iPhones, and no one's even learning how to write cursive anymore, and everyone's just looking up Pornhub, bro.
Yeah,
I think for us, I don't know what it was for us, man. I think I got banned from chat roulette a couple of times.
Yeah, like that was almost like you could every once in a while see, a fucking titty pop out on fucking chat roulette.
Or it was
or
like,
is a guy
or
just
it's
in
like
the
you
corner.
go over to your boy's crib like after middle school, and your parents aren't there yet, and you type in big titties or something like that.
I don't think it was until probably 8th grade, 9th grade going into high school is when I got my first like real smartphone.
Yeah.
Where you got your iPhone.
Yeah, I guess.
It was probably a little sooner for you, but
yeah.
But I got my first actual iPhone, I think either 8th grade summer or 9th grade, like first of the year. And everything else was like a BlackBerry.
We were on those Nokia Crickets.
Yeah, BlackBerry or something like that, which you couldn't really just like. That wasn't like being able to access like actual websites. You would have to go onto the computer, and I didn't have a computer myself, so it's like I have to sneak to my mom's computer to do this. I've done it a couple times. Let's not be like fake about it, but like that was not like it's not now. A kid that's eight years old could just Google. Right. They talking about big titties on this podcast. Let me go. What are big titties?
Well,
and
everyone's like it's like the new day and age on social media. Like you can literally crank one out if you're a young ball to like some chick on social media. You know what I used to do at the Green Hills YMCA when we grew up there, bro? It would be like 6 p.m. I would go into the bathroom, into the lobby. The lobby bathroom. Right as you walk in, It's only like a single stall. I would lock the door and dial up 1-800-JACK-OFF. And it would give you like a voicemail, like a voice. Oh yeah, like dude, I was cranking it out multiple times.
Shout out Green Hills YMCA bathroom.
When was the first time you cranked one out?
I knew it was at Lone Oak Circle for sure.
oh, at your house?
Yeah, at my house.
Oh, because mine was on a roof.
No, it was definitely at the house. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like out in public or anything. It was definitely at the crib. I remember.
Yeah.
I was in bed for sure. Like I was like, damn.
7th grade.
I don't know the time stamp on it. It was probably around there, 7th or 8th grade.
Right. Mine was 6th grade. I think I took my dad's like Playboy magazine and I shot blanks on his roof because he let me up on the roof. It was like in the middle of the day and I had the Playboy magazine and he went inside for about a good 30 minutes. I was like, is he coming out? Wait, I'm kind of like doing something like this feels good, right? And I just got my pants down to my ankles on the roof at like 5 o'clock in the middle of the day.
Bro, the fucking people that drive by talk about what's that little kid?
I was facing toward the yard area, but still, yeah, there was like.
What's that little kid? What's that little kid with his pants down doing? He's just pissing off the roof.
I thought I did it, but I shot blanks, and then my dad came out and he was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." And I pulled up my pants and I like threw the Playboy magazine on the other side of the roof, and he obviously caught me. And then I was asking him, "Can I jump down? Like I'm shooting shots up here." I'm probably I don't know. It was weird. I'm trying to think if I did anything else that was a little dicey. I definitely feel like I've definitely masturbated in multiple spots, bro. I even jacked off on a plane one time. That was crazy. That was crazy coming back from LA. But I think I've been everywhere, man. I think that's just the beauty of.
I hope I was not on the plane when you did that.
No, I was by myself.
Cool.
I think that's
you said LA. I was like, oh God.
I think that's just the beauty of kind of just growing into a man. You kind of just discover what you like and what you don't. But case in point, this day and age, there's no way every teenager is not watching Pornhub and getting knocked out a little bit. And it's just it's dicing up these children's and these little young balls, is brizzing upstairs. And yeah, I don't know. That's where we are as a society. I had like one more point on that. Oh yeah, I don't think you as a parent, it's probably hard to navigate because you can't really ask your son if he's getting athletic or if he's not only watching porn but fucking at like 16.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that we have to start to realize as a society too. Like I'm all about young kids having the iPads and stuff, but parental controls on that stuff, if you're going to allow them to have it, we have to like block like certain websites or like certain apps that is going to fuck, because that's basically the way it would be. Like, yeah, go ahead and use the technology and use the apps and play your games and whatever, but like take it back to when I was growing up. I didn't have the ability to even look at it, so it wasn't really a presence. If you just take that away from them, then slowly develops them into that. But if you freeload it and they just are able to do it, then it's one thing, right?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I've been streaming, like just watching these 18-year-old streamers. Clicks is showing his $14 million bank account, and he doesn't even know if the state of Indiana is in the United States of America.
I mean, it's just it's a different life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he can't even name the months of the fucking year. You see that clip?
No.
Oh my God, bro. He can't even name the fucking months of the year. He goes January, February, March, April, January, March, February, April. Yeah, those are the 12. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Obviously, that was a bit, but like at the same time, that's kind of reality for some of these kids.
Yeah, and that's just what's in today's day and age. That is what is in 2024.
Also, with the same lines of that, though, if my kid happens to make it doing something like that, of like streaming and making millions of dollars, I'm not telling him to stop.
Right.
Because he's doing a lot better than I probably ever would and ever could at that age. So if it happens to do that, like, also, like, do you, bro? Like, you're successful doing something like that. Right. You might, might not be street smart enough to like coexist in actual society in terms of like day in and day out going and talking to people. But hey, who gives a fuck? You can create that own life for you because you are successful.
Well, I also think if you're looking at positives of kids having iPhones and having all this technology that is just open to everyone at such a young age, it can be beneficial for you. Like, we're 27. I'm about to be 28. You're 29. Like, dude, we kind of, I wouldn't say we missed our gap of maybe wanting to do something super creative like a bunch of streamers are doing right now. But like, you look at the super popular ones, that's 1% out of the entire world, right? But like, just look at what they're doing. IRL streaming on GEEK, getting millions and millions of dollars. Like, that wasn't something that was ever taught to us at the age of 18. It was just to get into college, play basketball. I didn't know what the fuck was going on at the age of 18. I'm just now starting to maybe get a little glimpse of, all right, this is a thing called life. You know what I'm saying?
Because we also are at the we're at the start of it in terms of technology and the iPhones and all that. Like, but
where we still know a lot about it.
But if we were born, let's say, a little bit later, in terms of it happened a little bit later and people learned it. Yeah. Like, if I was born 4 years later, I think I would have the tools to be like, I could actually really do something special here with this. Right. But because I'm 5, almost 10 years later. And everyone's
got the energy. We don't have enough energy as we had at the age of 18 making the fucking videos, TikTok videos and like Instagram videos. That's why we get social media help, dude. Yeah. But like, we're challenging ourselves to kind of just, again, adapt to the change. Yeah. So let's talk about what else is in 2024. And this is a new segment that we're going to try here. We're going to do what is in 2024 ins, and maybe we'll sprinkle in 2024 outs. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, and you can give me your 2024 ins.
Yeah. I'm going to go very simple on the first one. And I think this is just kind of realistic also, but I'm going to say my first in for 2024 is going to be spending the money. You guys, spending the money. Okay. I'm going to spend a lot more money in 2024 than I did 2023. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Probably not a great thing.
You spend a lot of money too.
I mean, I spend a good amount of money, but I'm spending more in 2024.
On what?
Everything.
Just anything?
Everything and everything. Okay. Anything and everything, basically. I'm just going to spend. I know that's going to be a trend for a lot of people. Because this year, I think a lot of people are chasing the bag. And they're going to be spending a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be spending a lot of money too. Now, you know what I mean?
Do you think you have to spend a lot of money in order to make a lot of money? Or are you just are you talking about splurging spending?
Oh, it's more of like a splurge spend. Like, I'm going to treat myself, because I don't think for myself that I spend a lot of money in terms of things that I want. I just spend money because, hey, we're going out to the bar. Let me pick up the check. Oh, yeah. I'm going to splurge it more of myself. I like it. I'm doing like, if I want something, I'm getting it this year. Spending money.
Okay. I like it.
The next thing is kind of a trendy thing that I saw a lot of females start doing, especially wives doing. I'm going to play more bingo this year.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Bingo, you know what? Have you seen, the thing I say this is, have you seen the wives bingo, football bingo?
Yes.
They get the board and husband, they got it all filled out. Husband says, yeah, or what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
I want
Hand
that.
on head, leans back in chair.
Walks out the room. I think guys now have to flip that and play more bingo as well.
What would the category be?
Sunday morning girl routine.
Or what would be on, let's just think about it real quick. What would be on that routine? Are we calling brunch for sure?
Yeah, brunch. How many mimosas?
Yes. What do you mean how many mimosas? Because it's got to be a number, right?
Yeah, like 6 mimosas or
Dude,
even
that's a lot.
Or if they're like going to the thing, we can say more orange juice, less champagne. That's one, like call outs like that. Walking the dog. I don't want to get too kind of gender heavy on this because this could be taken the wrong way, but like maybe making Sunday dinner for the family. I don't know. We can brainstorm.
What about
that.
like more like, I don't know, man. This one's tough. What about more like Pilates Instagram stories?
Yeah, like workout type videos.
Like more, especially in the couple.
Or like the camera, mirror camera photos. Like, check me out.
Full body.
Yeah, full
fit check.
Yeah, like
interesting.
But we have to brainstorm. We might come back next week with that. But like, we gotta play more bingo ourselves because if they can play,
and is it like a week bingo? It's got to be like a 1 week span bingo, right?
I mean, they did it for one day of football Sunday.
So we have to find one day.
Yeah,
on
because
a Sunday.
we're looking bad on that. If they can fill out a whole bingo card for one day of a Sunday football slate, that looks bad on us. You see what I'm saying? As the male, body, we gotta come back. I'm playing more bingo this year. If that.
Yeah, count me into that one. I like that one.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm playing more bingo this year.
We'll have to create a couple of cards and figure that one out.
Yeah.
You got any outs?
I got one more in.
Okay.
One more in. And this is going to be kind of a weird one. I'm eating more peanut butter. I think more people should eat peanut butter sandwiches, no jelly. I think that's going to be an in. I think people are getting away.
That sounds so dry, bro.
I think people are getting away from the jelly.
Why do you think that?
It's sticky. It gets in the way. Like whenever you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, because I love them, because that's one of my favorite like go-tos. You eat a peanut butter and jelly, you got to load up the jelly to make it like real sandwich. If you eat it right, the only thing that's coming out of there is the jelly. It's gonna be dripping out the bottom. It's gonna be messy, sticky. I'm out with the jelly. More peanut butter.
Are we toasting the toast?
Oh, grilled cheese, like grilled PB&J is the GOAT. Shout out Knox College. That's on the menu.
I didn't know if we were going soft or toasted.
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
Not even a question. Gotcha.
But it's more peanut butter, no jelly.
Now let me ask you: side of milk or water at least?
Oh yeah, you got to get a drink in there.
Okay, because it sounded really dry at first.
No, it's just I'm out on jelly this year. I think a lot of people are going to eat more peanut butter sandwiches.
Now, what kind of peanut butter? Are we talking crunchy peanut? I guess that's stupid, but like, there's like peanuts in peanut butter.
Yeah, crunchy. I'm more of a crunchy.
I guess that is crunchy.
I'm more of a little bit like not super crunchy. I think it's like light crunch nowadays is what you can get Jif as, but like a little bit, but not heavy crunch.
You know what I just put into the blender a couple days ago? Like creamy organic peanut butter. And let me tell you, you talk about some liquid courage being produced upstairs. It is all liquid courage, bro. It's liquidy as fuck. It does not have any mass to it at all. It's just straight liquid. It just drips in there.
That sounds disgusting, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I like came back from working out. I've just made I think I got the wrong peanut butter.
Yeah. It sounds like it's a little old or something.
Well, it's like one of those things like you go to the store and you like try to like, oh man, I might have another in or out or something here soon, but
what's your
one
ends?
of those things.
What's your ends?
Okay, should we just do my ends?
Yeah, let's do your ends then.
One of my ends, and I think this definitely should be a thing, is a bedside coffee executive assistant. Whenever you wake up, There should be somebody hired exactly for this role. Whenever you wake up, they sleep over at your house in the guest room or wherever. They go bring you coffee at your bedside in the first 5 to 10 minutes of your day.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
That doesn't even have to be a maid. It's like, bro, like, bring me coffee. I'm waking up.
Why don't you just get like a coffee maker and set a timer for when you like, let's say 9 a.m. is average when you wake up. Mm-hmm. Have it ready at 9 a.m. So all you have to do is lean over and the cup of coffee is already there. They have those.
Because I like the human experience.
So you want a barista at your fucking bedside.
Doesn't even have to be a barista. It can be a homie. It can be a homegirl. It could be a maid even. Just I would like a cup of coffee. Someone to greet me just with a very good positive energy every single day.
Here you go, Andy. Here's your cup of coffee for the day.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I hope you slept well.
I did. Thank you.
And then what, they just dip out after that's all they have to?
Hey, do you need anything else? No, I just need a cup of coffee. Thank you. I'll pay like $100 for that every single day.
$100 a day?
Yeah.
I was thinking like $100 a week.
I have to
be here for an hour.
But you got to think about it. I'm waking up whenever I wake up, and you got to be there in the first 5 minutes of my day.
Yeah, see, that's where
it gets tricky.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there. That's where it gets tricky.
So it's more like I have to guesstimate when you're gonna wake up.
I think a lot of people would appreciate this. And
well, let us know in the comments then.
Let us know in the comments. We're talking a coffee assistant at your bedside table or at your bedside. My second end is going to be dance offs for important decisions. Like if there's a client meeting
let's expand on this one because
there's a client meeting or it could just be an internal meeting that you've got and you and your coworker kind of have a couple of differences going on and there's other people in the room. Fuck it. Like no questions asked. Let's just get up out of our seats and have a dance off. And the other people in the room, even if it's a client call, can judge who wins and we'll go with that person's decision.
But this is all right. I like it. I was gonna say, what if you just suck at dancing?
Doesn't matter.
So you just have to get good at dancing.
Yes,
basically.
and I think I think we're in again this day and age where everyone's dancing. Everyone is dancing, bro.
Are we getting time limits? Like, hey, you can only dance for 10 seconds.
I would say like
because I can't dance for a minute.
I would say 30 seconds
is your cap.
Yes, 30 seconds cap.
Okay.
Like, bust me a couple moves. I don't want to just see one. Bust me at least 2 to 3. And then we'll have that. Like, I don't know, say if $100,000 campaign is on the deal for either 3 to 6 months.
I appreciate all you guys listening to this. This is real good content, actually. This is funny shit.
I think it's in, bro.
That's a wild thing. I wish actually to see what would, like, how decisions would actually be made up at the higher ups of, like, companies if they just danced off. Like, you like this, you like that. CEOs like just dance it off.
Why not? It makes the workplace more fun, and we're all working from home anyways. And if you're going, I gotta go in for this big ass meeting. No one likes meetings to begin with, and no one likes everyone being so serious all the time. It's life. We only live once. Why not be goofy every now and then for these big time decisions? It's like flipping a coin.
Next man-to-man meeting when we're on the call every week, I will. Decision has to be made. I'll pull the dance card on what's going to happen. We might record it even and see, let the people judge what's going to go down.
I'll hit that Millie Rock. I'm going to go, I'll probably do the Millie Rock with like the sprinkler and then I got to pull out my signature at the end.
Little Bobo.
Bow and arrow. All right. My third end.
Here we go.
Is more bad backs. I think we've all got bad backs. We're getting up there a little bit.
Jesus.
I think bad back.
Want more bad backs out in the world.
I think posture will continue to get worse as we all continue to work from home. And just, I mean, crooked backs. I think our posture is just terrible to begin with. Mine is, I just got adjusted for the first time. And let me tell you, my boy is a chiropractor. He said my shit was fucking cooked. I don't know. He was like, he tests my back. I've got a hunchback up here. I've also got a lot going down here. And you know how he knew it was fucking cooked? Because he gave me these 2 long ass doctor like terms that he knew exactly what was wrong with me.
Damn. And he fixed you up a little bit?
Yeah, it felt great. I don't think he fixed the whole equation, but
so with more like people having more bad backs, you think that's the end? Does that mean there's going to be more fake backs too with surgery? People trying to fix their bad backs because they know it's in for 2024. So there's going to be more of a rise on fake backs out there too. Is that a correlation?
I think if you got the budget for it. I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea. I think
more bad backs, more fake backs out there.
More bad backs, more fake backs, and I do have 3 outs.
See, you did the outs. I'm curious because
I'll go quick with these.
Yeah.
First out is dad bods.
That's out.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of trying to figure out how to stay as healthy as possible.
Yeah, I'm with that.
My second out is selfie sticks. I think that kind of went through a phase, and I don't know if it's really still in, but.
I was gonna say, when was the last time you saw actual selfie sticks like in the wild?
TikTok creators, I think all creators still have them.
But in the wild, when you go out, like say we go out, get a drink or lunch or something, are you seeing selfie sticks anymore? I couldn't tell you last time I saw one.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's already out.
I think that's even better out because it's like been out, but people know what they are, so it's actually out.
My third out is singing birthday cards.
I'm with that. I've never been with it. I don't think it's ever been in, but if you say it's out, I'm with it. It's out.
Yeah, I don't want to open a birthday card.
Have you gotten one of those before?
Many times, bro. Many times.
I've gotten really good birthday cards, but not like audible singing cards.
Oh yeah. I got this one.
I got the ones that open up and there's like almost confetti flying out type stuff.
Oh right.
Or like
3D ones.
Yeah, it's like a pop open card where like something pops out, and then you have the 3D ones when you open it up and it's like a big ass bird or whatever. Yeah, but no audible ones.
Those are my outs. We're gonna do another segment here called "Hate It or Love It."
Yeah, underdogs on top.
I'm sorry.
Hate It or Love It. 50 Cent. You know the song?
50? No, I don't.
You don't know "Hate It or Love It"?
Hate It or Love It, underdogs on top. That's a good one.
There you go. Come on, man.
I'll start this one if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead with it.
Okay,
I'm going with hate or love first.
I'll go.
And this is more like in the last week or so, what you hate and what you love type deal for the audience.
Yeah.
Some you saw maybe.
I don't know if I have a love it actually, but my hate it is I hate still having to charge everything in 2024. What the fuck are we doing?
Ooh, that's a good one, actually.
Why the fuck are we not just what? I mean, I'm looking at 2 of my laptops on my desk, and a couple of days ago, it's like, oh, this one's got low battery because I'm using it. I need to use it for work. Stay on infinitively. Infinitively? Yeah, stay on forever.
So how do we change that then?
I have no idea.
Is it like through the airwaves, like just charge automatically?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Wi-Fi where it's always on. If there's something that's plugged in, that's I don't know, an invisible charger to all of your tablets, iPhone, and
damn,
computers.
That's a good one. I wish that was a good one.
Why is that still a thing?
I like that. That's such a good hate.
I don't know if I have a love it, so
I'll go with my hate. The biggest thing that I kind of experienced was on New Year's Day. Obviously, we got the college football championship, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't know me and Andy, we are very big Pacers fans, right? And I'm going to say I hate that sporting events or two different sports overlap. So like college football and the NBA overlapped on the same day at the same time. So overlapping sports, I hate. Because yes, we do have the new technology where you can split screen and all of that. But for me, I'm not going to, do screen and screen with the Pacers and the national championship because I am dead set on watching the playoff, college football playoff. That is the only screen that's on because I'm locked in because that's one of my favorite sports. probably my favorite sport. So I can't do the side and side with the Pacers game. Even though it was me, I could do that. I wasn't in the NBA mood. I was locked in college football. But I'm also missing the Pacer game that I watch every Pacer game every night that it's on. So overlapping sports, I don't mind if the same sport's on, like football and football is on at the same time. I can pick and choose one. But if it's NFL and NBA, I can't do that, especially bigger games. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That don't really bother me, just because.
Like nobody does. Like the Super Bowl has its own day, so no other real sports are on during the Super Bowl.
Right.
College football Saturday, always the college football is on at the same.
I guess a good point.
You know, there's not now. We're kind of moving into NFL on Saturdays too, but that's more because college is kind of ending. But even like Christmas Day, I was kind of in between. Like football was on and basketball.
I will say
was on.
Christmas Day was a bummer because Christmas Day should always be NBA.
That's how I
because
was
Thanksgiving gets football, NFL.
Right. So that's where I'm like overlapping. Like I'm obviously in a basketball mood when I watch basketball. I'm very much in an NFL. Like Saturday college football, Sunday or NFL football. You know, Sunday night football, sometimes basketball at the end of the season. But like the days that they overlap and they're too big or two sports that I really care about on the same day, I hate it. I'm out with that. We should designate days of the week for certain sports, and they should not be overlapped. Sunday, football, NFL, get it. Saturday, college football, you get it. Mm-hmm. Everything else, like those days shouldn't be touched, and they shouldn't be intermingled with each other.
I like it. I think NBA is Monday through Friday, though, and Saturday. Yeah. It's every day.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
But you don't really obviously get Thursday night and Monday night for NFL, but like don't make them bigger games. Like for the college football playoff, that should really be the only sport that's on. You shouldn't have a full NBA slate on especially if you gamble on them. Like I'm locked into one sport.
Yeah.
On that day. If you throw NBA, I'm going to probably throw some coinage on the NBA game, and now I'm split. I can't really enjoy the college football game because I got LeBron James going for 20 or something, or I got Ja Morant, game ender type deal.
It's the networks. They don't give a fuck.
That's the thing I don't like.
All right.
And then my love, I'm going to shout out a very special person. I think he's very good at what he does, and this last week was very good in terms of seeing new content type thing that I haven't seen in a while. But Jersey Jerry doing the live stream golf thing.
I saw it.
I was so locked into that because I haven't seen content like that for a while. Like it started off, I know he's trying to do his little, what is it? I don't even see.
It's Jersey After Dark.
After Dark.
Jerry After Dark.
Yeah, whatever it is. And that was great, but like, that concept is great in itself, but the fact that it grew as big as it did and something that's kind of unattainable if you think about it, hole-in-one is hard. Like some people play golf for 40 years and never get a hole-in-one. For him to take something on like that and then people riding for him and, just the guts to say I can't leave. Like he probably didn't think, I know he didn't think at the time was it going to be a big deal, but I couldn't do content like that, and that's why.
What did he do for the people that don't know? Because I don't even think you said it.
Oh, so he live streamed. He couldn't leave the live stream until he hit a hole-in-one on a golf
simulator.
Yeah, and so he started off. Now that we know, started off thinking he was going to do it for 3 or 4 hours, and he probably would hit one. Ended up 3 days. Yeah. 2,700
Where he
shots.
Slept at the Barstool headquarters.
Yeah, got a bed in there.
I saw that.
He's got 2 gloves on a hand, got some fucking bandages on his fucking fingers, blistered out.
Yeah.
And we're talking about people like Tom Brady are watching this shit.
Yeah. He was number 1 trending ahead of Epstein's list.
Yeah, like this was like one of those things that I saw. I think I saw it like halfway through his first night at about 11:30 right before I went to bed, and he started it. I was like, oh, obviously that's pretty cool. Woke up the next day and saw he was still doing it, and I was locked in from there. So that type of content, it's hard to find those little things of content that, like, obviously we'll try to have people like try to repeat that type of content, but like that type of content is so good, and it gets you hooked, and that's why I love it. I was locked in, bro. I slept with this dude. He slept. I was like, I had it on my big screen, like, we're going to sleep, me and Jerry type shit. That's kind of, he's going to sleep. I'm going to sleep, wake up, make sure, see if he hits this hole in one.
I think of two things when I see that type of content. One, you're a Barstool personality, and you should have that type of content because you do have that type of platform. And if you don't, then what the hell are you doing? For him, he did have a good point. Everyone has a podcast. And I think he said something else. But now he kind of is adapting to the change that you say the 18-year-olds do, IRL streaming. And he did it for, 72 hours straight and 2,000 swings just to get a hole-in-one on the golf simulator. The second thing that I think, so kudos to him, but also case in point, being a Barstool personality, you're getting paid $100,000 at least a year on salary. You have to do something like that. You have to be creative.
Yeah, and I think but I also will play the other side. It's hard to think of, like,
for sure,
those type of ideas. Like, obviously you can think of them, but to actually go out and do it, it's like, dog, I'm not doing that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'll promise you, I'm not. Even if I had the job and I had the simulator, I could think of that idea, but I'm not sitting there for whatever and just trying to hope and pray that I hit all one. That's what's I think is so, like, creative about it.
Also,
just the guts.
We're close to locking Jersey Jerry on the podcast.
Yeah,
I think
that shout out to him. That's one of the reasons.
He's answered our DMs before saying he'd love to come on. So hopefully we can get Jersey Jerry on.
We'll catch him in Nashville.
Which leads to my second point. I mean, these guys have families. They're all 29, 30 years old. There's a part of me that thinks, and I can't even think like this because you are a Barstool personality. Go home to your family, bro. You haven't been there in 72 hours. You're in a new office. Like, it comes to a point where, like, how much does work overweigh, like hanging out with your newborn son and your wife?
I get that too.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's also, like, I think before him even doing that and having the family and getting into that stage of having even a kid, that conversation has to be had. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Sorry, baby. There might be a night or two that I might not come home because I have to do this. Like, this is my job. Yeah. Like, I might be on the road, and that's one thing. Like, I travel sometimes for work, so I won't be home. But there's also be nights that I'm in town, but I'm at the office, like, all night. She's like, oh, are you sure? Like, at least he ain't out there cheating on motherfucker. You know what I mean?
That's true. And you
could just watch his ass.
You can watch him to see what he's doing. Yeah. Let's go into another new segment that we've got going on here, and it's Name the Top 5.
Yeah.
So we've got Chat GPT pulled up right here. I'll go first because I just got it right here, and I'll ask Chat GPT the answer real quick. But let me just try to find it. I don't know. You can freestyle to the camera if you want.
Yeah, freestyle.
Are you good at freestyling? Have you ever freestyled before?
Back in the day, but I don't know if I could just rip it. I don't have the beat. I don't have the lyrics prepared. I ain't never been a big freestyle. That was more of something I was just entertain for you.
Okay. I think I got it. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we go. Name the top 5 most visited tourist attractions.
Ooh.
Any order is acceptable.
All right. So my first off the rip for that one, I have to say the White House. I think the White House has to be on there. Like, that's, even though that's not really a tourist attraction, but like the White House, tourists go all the time. Is that on there?
It is not on there.
Oh my God. Oh, so now we're playing real hardball here.
Yeah.
Grand Canyon would be my second.
Not on there. I'll give you this. I'll give you a hint.
All right.
There's only one out of these 5 that are located in the United States.
Ooh, so we're going global.
Yeah.
Oh, so worldwide. Let's say
you should start in America though at number 5.
I should start.
You don't have to. Go ahead. You can.
I'm gonna say Paris, Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower is number 3 on the list.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go Machu Picchu. Is that on there?
Not on the list.
Oh, see, that's a big one. I've been there. That's pretty cool. See, this is.
You can ask me questions too, like where it's at. I think that doesn't. I'll give you like a maybe. No, I guess that doesn't answer it.
Eiffel Tower. Mount Rushmore, U.S.
No. You're thinking wrong region of the United States.
Wrong. Damn, this is tough, man. This is how we're gonna start the first segment. First time doing this segment. This one's tough as fuck.
How do you ask me questions?
All right, so are we talking? Is anything on the ocean? Is that like
yes?
One's on the ocean. See, this is still tough.
I'm sorry.
You don't even know. That's even worse.
I don't know where the second one is, I'm gonna be honest. The second one is in Paris, and I've never heard of it before.
What is it called? Just give me a second one.
The Louvre?
See, we're talking about a Louvre.
Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, but I would never guess that.
Okay, that's the hardest one on the list.
Everything else, is it everything else I should know, though? Like I've heard before?
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Great Wall of China.
Yes, that's number one.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Now we're cooking with... So we got Great Wall of China, Eiffel Tower, and the Louvre.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking for 4 and 5 here. And one's in the U.S.
Yes, one's in the U.S. and the other one is in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah.
All right, so let me lock in on U.S. real quick because I think that would be my hardest one. Not the Grand Canyon, not Washington, D.C. Here we go. Niagara Falls?
No.
Oh, my God. What are we talking about? Oh, I thought that was a lock.
No.
Niagara Falls is not the most visited thing in the U.S.?
No.
Not the Grand Canyon?
No.
The statue place.
What statue?
The lady. What's her? Statue of Liberty.
It's number 5.
Okay. I said the statue place.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's what
Everyone fucking knows the Statue of Liberty, bro.
Yeah, I didn't. It was all right. So Statue of Liberty, and then we're looking one in Europe. See,
Yeah.
this is difficult.
at the 4 spot.
In Europe.
Mm-hmm. It's in Italy.
In Italy? Oh. I was gonna say the whatever is the Colosseum in Greece, but that's not in Italy. I have no idea.
Vatican City.
Really?
Yeah.
More than the pyramids?
Yeah, it looks like it. I guess it's a country in Europe.
I mean, I know.
Is that in Italy?
Vatican City?
No. Yeah, it's just a country, I guess.
Damn, that's tough.
Is that a country?
What, Vatican City?
Country in Europe, Vatican City. Okay, cool. Yeah, so number 1, the Great Wall of China. Number 2, the Louvre.
I know, I've heard it, but I would never guess that was
number 3, the Eiffel Tower. Number 4, the Vatican. Oh, I'm sorry, the Vatican Museums in Vatican City.
Okay.
And number 5, Statue of Liberty in New York City.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, and all you do is just hit enter.
All right, so the next one is top 5 most streamed songs of 2023. So we know that Spotify had their rap, right? So everybody got their top 5 of their choice of top. But I want to know the actual top 5 stream songs.
And not just mine, damn it.
Yeah. Because this is good. I think this one's going to be a good one.
Okay, I like it. Top 5 most streamed songs in 2023. And are these pretty familiar? Like, would everyone kind of know? Would I know these? Are they pretty popular artists, I'd imagine? That a lot of people know?
Hold up. Yeah, probably so. I would.
Let me ask you this. Is Drake on the list?
Hold on. ChatGPT didn't like my answer. It says he doesn't have the data. Chat. Come on, GPT. You're better than that.
I guess it goes all the way back to 2021.
All right. So your top 5 is going to be the top 5 most streamed songs in 2023 on Spotify. I know everybody got their Spotify Wrapped, but I need the top 5 through the whole U.S. this year or this last year in Spotify.
Okay. So what is the top 5 most streamed songs in the United States?
In the United States, this one's just for the U.S., not the world, just U.S.
All right, I like it. I'm going to go ahead and say Last Night by Morgan Wallen is on there.
No.
Really? Is Morgan Wallen on the list?
No, he is not.
Is Drake on the list?
And I'm going to tell you right now, there is no male artist on this list.
Wow.
No males. And I think that's right.
Okay.
I think
Is Taylor Swift on the list?
Yes. And I'll give you the hint
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs, bro.
And I will tell you this.
Is it Karma?
No. But I'll tell you, she has 2 songs on this list, which is on brand for her.
Boyfriend.
Nope.
I don't know any Taylor Swift songs. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard, ain't it?
Is Tate McRae on the list?
No. I wish she was, though. Shout out Tate.
She's so hot. I don't know, bro. This is a bad one for me. Top 5 most streamed songs on Spotify in the U.S. in 2023, and there are no males.
There is like featured with male.
Who's the feature with?
The Weeknd.
That's what I thought.
And 21 Savage. I guess it is. I guess technically there is one by the male, because I think this is the group.
Okay.
But
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are they all individual artists themselves? Like, do people look at them as individual artists?
Yeah, I'm about to.
And not like a 2-person group.
Right. I have one. All but one is. But I want to know exactly what this one is.
Bro, this one may be too hard.
Yeah, especially if you don't know Taylor Swift songs. How about I give you?
Is Olivia Rodrigo on the list?
No, even though that's a good idea.
Is Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, or Sexy Red on the list?
No. This is so Taylor Swift is at 1 and she's at 5. There is the Weeknd and 21 Savage song.
Yeah,
that's number 2.
I don't know it. Is Ariana Grande on the list?
No, but somebody like her though, in that same kind of era.
I'm stuck, bro. I need them. I need the answers. I don't know.
All right, I'll give you the artist. How about that?
Yeah, give an artist.
Besides Taylor Swift. So we got Metro Boomin. You know that song?
Yeah.
Their most popular song with The Weeknd.
It's we use it in our like social media clips, don't we?
Yeah.
Superstar or
No, the other one
starts
with
with
a
an S.
C.
As it goes Metro. I don't know.
Creepin'.
Creepin'. Okay. See, I'm not a music guy, bro.
Yeah. The other one is by Selena Gomez.
Okay. I don't know. I'm done. It's a terrible top 5.
That's hard. That was a hard one, actually.
I don't know. I don't listen to like female artists, to be honest.
Yeah. Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift.
Cruel Summer. I know that one.
And then the other one by Taylor Swift is Anti-Hero.
Anti-Hero. Fuck. I knew that one.
And the other last one is...
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah. You should have just started naming songs from Taylor Swift.
All right,
that
let's
one
move
didn't
on.
come out.
That was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go into where are we at on time? Are we... See? Low battery. All right. Let's get into a couple more here, then wrap things up. Let's go into hot topics of the week real quick. The podcast world turned the internet upside down in the past couple of days. Shannon Sharp, 3-time Super Bowl, NFL Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, just had Cat Williams on his podcast. Probably right now, if you're watching this or listening to this, it's the episode itself on YouTube is probably amassed over, I'd say, 25 million views in 5 days.
Yeah,
6
probably
days.
easily now.
Cat Williams is a guy who we've all watched growing up. He hasn't posted on social media since 2020. He hasn't done any of these interviews. It felt like he just had a lot to get off of his chest. He's calling out Kevin Hart, saying Kevin Hart's in the Illuminati. He's calling out Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiles, both guys who I guess are on Friday After Next, part of Ice Cube's sequel. And he's just exposing Ludacris being a part of the Illuminati. He claims he's never done drugs before. Listening to his story was pretty cool. He dipped out of his house when he was 13 years old, from Ohio, moved to Florida, was homeless, bounced around, went over to the West Coast. And he's rubbing his knees a lot in this interview. So overall thoughts and maybe takeaways. There was a lot of people that commented back, like Kevin Hart, that was just saying, "This is sad. Here's my new Netflix deal." Cedric the Entertainer, I think they're talking about different roles that they originally had in Friday After Next, and he's just like, "That's not what happened," or "That is what happened. I was Santa Claus." I don't know. It was all fucking dicey. It's about a 3-hour long interview on a podcast, and I watched it all last night.
I think the biggest thing that I take away from especially interviews like this and people that come out and obviously have a lot to say, I don't think all of it is true. Let me put that on record right now for you guys. I don't think all of it is true, but there are pieces of whatever he said, and I don't know who knows what is actually true, but somebody doesn't go on an interview ever in their life. I've been, interviewed a few times in my life through sports. There are things that I say that aren't true in terms of like to the T of exactly what's going on. There's some of the context that you make up to just sound good. But at the end of the day, some of it is true. And that's where I think us as people listening to it, you won't know, and you can't probably ever sift through what is true and not true. But there's things in there that are outlandish of him saying, but I don't think all of it is fake. So I don't know what is true and what's not true, but you don't do an interview like that and just lie the entire time.
First 30 minutes, he's just rambling without Shannon Sharp.
Didn't even ask him a question.
A lot of people
sat down and just started talking.
A lot of people, I was telling you this, like, we're getting on Shannon Sharp for not asking any follow-up questions. He just described it as like, this ain't no 60 minutes, dude. I'm a conversationalist. I'm not an interviewer. I thought it was a pretty dope interview, to be honest. Cat Williams, very articulate guy.
I think that was another thing I realized, especially being a podcast host. I would love if we had somebody come in and just sit down and start talking, and I don't have to ask them questions. Yeah. If they have that much to say, I'm so glad that we have them on our podcast, because that's like not only a dream of like as hosts, but like truthfully, if they have that much to say and you don't have to lead a conversation, they have something built up enough that they think they need to talk. Mm-hmm. And to even give them that platform to talk, even if it is crazy enough and some wild things are said like a Cat Williams interview, at least Shannon Sharp was strong enough and knew who he was enough to give him that platform.
The thing about the Illuminati, and I guess we're just both calling it real, like there is some sort of higher up people. He was society, talking about people. Yeah. I mean, this is a game in life where people have power.
There's the higher society. People talk and know people that me and you don't know.
Yeah,
that are in control.
You millions of dollars, but it's kind of like, it's like a contract thing. If,
right.
We will put you on, and you will have all this materialistic things, all this shiny things in life, but you have to. Is the dress thing true? Do you think because we've heard about being in the Illuminati and you got to kind of like sacrifice yourself in public?
I think it's not like the dress in terms of wearing the dress, but showing that you're not afraid to show a girlier side of yourself. Yeah, I think that's feminine side. Feminine side of yourself. It could be addressed, which we've seen that. Again, we've record.
Seen that everywhere.
We've seen obviously very strong males be comfortable enough to just say, "Hey, I'm going to do this," right, just to be in support of something or whatever that is. But for me, it's not like there's some people I'm like, all right, this is just a bit, and they're doing it for the clicks. But there's also some people like like my man knew, bro. Yeah, putting on a dress, he was gonna just. He's doing it for the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a good interview, honestly.
Do you think Kevin Hart is in the Illuminati?
No. I just don't think. I don't. People that me and we see on TV all the time, I don't think are actually in the Illuminati, the actual, really true higher up secret society, because that group wouldn't let us as normal folk see those people. Like, we don't see the people that are actually in the Illuminati because they wouldn't let themselves be visible. That's my take on it. I think maybe he knows who's in the Illuminati and he's talked to those people, but I don't think he himself is actually a part of it. And he might be influenced by those people and those people influence him, but that doesn't mean him himself is actually in that group.
Yeah,
that's my take.
I think the most controversial statement that Cat Williams made was how Kevin Hart created all of his, or it was a facade, right? Like he's a from East Coast guy, and when he went over to the West Coast, he sold out every single show, like the first time being there. And Cat Williams was in Hollywood for 15 years, and I just think that's just timing, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's just a lot of love and hate from the right people and the wrong people.
I didn't realize it was so competitive either. Yeah,
that's another thing I realized too, actually, from watching this, is every space of entertainment is so competitive.
Yeah.
If it's, we've interviewed musicians, athletes, songwriters. We see it now with comedians. We know it through podcasting. Mm-hmm. We know it through even just social media people. All of this, every space you actually care about or go into is so competitive. Without, you don't know when you first get into it, or even if you're at a fucking 9-to-5 job, if you don't think it's competitive as you just pushing pins or emails or whatever it is, somebody else in that room is making it competitive. And you know what? If you don't do that, then you're not going to get that, whatever raise or that promotion, but that other person that took it so competitively will. And that's why we see people, being bosses or not being bosses. They see, that's what goes back to, like, do whatever you do very well. You could be making French fries at McDonald's, but if you're the best French fry maker in McDonald's, some manager is going to see that. Or if you're a, low-level tech guy at a computer company that just walks in and, puts a battery in a computer, be the best guy at that. That's what I kind of think in terms of working habits. So, I don't know. It's just competitive everywhere you look. And if you're not competitive, then I've been born as a competitor and I have that dog in me internally, and I know you do too. And it's like, if you're not going to do it well, why do it at all type of deal.
Speaking of the higher ups, Epstein's list gets revealed, 900-page documents. Some of the names on there, guys like Bill Clinton, which was he was frequently on that private plane.
I was going to say that was not a shock to, I don't think, a lot of people.
Yeah. Prince Andrew, Stephen Hawkins, Michael Jackson. Just to name a few. I don't know. Does it mean that they all knew about what was going on? I'd say so.
At a certain level of it, know.
There's no way these famous people are going on. Cameron Diaz was one, I think. When fucking Pippen used to fuck with her, like during the Vegas trip or the finals or whatever. Like, bro, I don't know, bro. My question is, like, were the like underage women always at that island?
Well, my thing is also too, how you gonna prove that now? Like, what? Just because I was on the list, you gonna prosecute me for doing shit like that?
Yeah. Another name who was brought up in the Cat Williams interview, I believe, was Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker was on the list, but he was talking about how he hopped on a private plane. He didn't know it was Epstein's, and they went to go do charity work in Africa.
Yeah. So that's another thing where you have to, again, sift through the fine print.
Stephen Hawkins, bro.
That dude was.
You think he was fucking?
That dude was weird to begin with, just because of where he was and his condition. So it's like, what are we actually talking about?
I don't know much about the guy, but Yeah, very strange. I did see that.
Also, too, though, what if I'm just a very important person or have a lot of money and I book my private flight through the same agency that is on the Epstein like booking agency? Does that automatically put me on that? Because I feel like there's, especially with Tuck, he said he was going to do charity work. He just happened to be on a plane that was
True.
So that's where I'm like, all right, well, if it's 900 people or whatever it is on a list, how are we talking about what? I mean, there's not 900 people and just famous people like being like, all right, I'm with this, whatever's going on over there, right? Unless I could be very wrong about it.
I don't know. I will say for me, I guess I'm too young because a lot of the names on the list, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah,
Just
that's just not in my era.
Yeah,
Obviously not.
Like super rich politicians and actors, and thank God Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert weren't actually on that list. And more names are coming out. But last thing on that, what's his name? Tucker Carlson interviewed Epstein's brother. I don't know if you saw this very recently.
I didn't watch the interview, but
It's his only brother left, and
so
Tucker Carlson is. I mean, he's not on a network anymore. This guy's asking whatever the hell he wants to ask. Asked his brother if he really thinks that Epstein killed himself. He didn't think so. He thinks he's probably still on the island.
Well, that's wild. I might have to listen to that interview and give you my take on that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Another hot topic. I guess I don't know. We'll get into one or two more of these. During New Year's, Miami alien creatures.
Yeah, I saw this too. I was first of all, it was reported that there was gunshots, and so police came to look at it and investigate the scene, and then shortly reports after the first people got on scene was that there were aliens. So there was like, I don't know, 95 to 100 cop cars just lined up on the street.
Right. So a headline here is rumors of shadow aliens at Bayside Marketplace go viral after large fight among teens create chaos. So yeah, a large brawl between teenagers caused chaos at Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami on Monday night. However, social media users claim that what ensued then was something more extraterrestrial. I don't got much on this. I think I don't really know what's going on. I think aliens are real. I was thinking about it last night. Aliens got to be real. Ghosts got to be real. Let them come, bro. Let them come hang.
There's a take that I saw.
It's talking about like there's a big shadow that people are running, but also shooting back at these shadows. And if you see the pictures of like how many police officers were on this street on New Year's Eve, bro, no pun intended, is out of this world.
I think on that take right there, I think it's because it was New Year's. If this was any other night, it wouldn't have been as big. It would have been like the plane lady talking about that motherfucker over there ain't real type shit. Ain't no 100 cop cars coming to that.
Last topic we got on here. California-bound flight makes emergency landing after window blows out.
Well, you see this TikTok about these? Have you seen all these?
Alaska Airlines flights. Yeah, an Alaska Airlines jetliner blew out a window on a portion of its fuselage shortly after takeoff 3 miles above Oregon, creating a gaping hole that sucked clothing off of a child and forced the pilots to make an emergency landing as its 174 passengers and 6 crew members donned oxygen masks.
Yeah. Being in the flight world for as long as I have been, that is something that you can't really... Yeah, you can do checks, and you do your pre-check and your post-check every flight.
How crazy would it be to be on that plane? To see
it's actually
fucking window.
Honestly, it was probably the safest thing that could have happened if something like that would have happened, because it was very early in the flight.
Imagine if
air pressure wasn't that high. It wasn't enough air pressure to get people, like, you couldn't see a suction happen yet because you're not high enough in the atmospheric pressure. It was, if that was going to happen, you would rather do it in the first 2 minutes or first.
So you
5
think it was
minutes.
while they were still going up, or were they 10,000 feet in the air?
It was on takeoff. It was within 2 minutes or 5 minutes of takeoff, I think, is what it was, because they turned around immediately and did emergency landing.
Imagine not having your seatbelt on. You're the person right next to the window.
It would have been because the pressure wasn't that
It wouldn't
high.
have sucked you. Okay.
It would have been like you not even like rolling down the window. It was like get a gust of wind at the
Gotcha.
beach.
You would have been freaking out though.
I think it would have been pretty cool.
All right, well,
Knowing
you're
that-
not the
that-
average person. You fucking fly planes. But
Knowing this-
I would have been freaking out, bro.
Well, what it would have been really freaky is if you're the person in front of that thing and can't see it and just hear it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Because that's like, what the fuck is going on? And all you hear is.
I think a couple of cell phones got sucked out though. Not sucked out, but they dropped out of the window.
Yeah.
No telling
Obviously,
where those
there's pressure, but it's not like enough to like. When you open your window down the highway, there's a little bit of a.
went. Yeah.
It's not. It's probably wasn't even that much. I think it was pretty cool,
Of course you did.
but that's me.
My
I'm
thing
a
is
weird
no,
person like
and I'm
that.
sure there were a ton of complainers on that plane, but I would be trying to get like free flights all year.
Oh, if I'm on that plane, you will pay for every flight that I have for the rest of my life.
Really? On Alaskan Airlines only? Yeah.
Oh
I guess
yeah,
so.
that's all the.
I guess
it's
it can
cool.
go. Like, if you want to go to Southwest, we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no, that's free flights for forever. I'll go to Seattle, Washington, where they're based out of for sure, all the time.
That's funny. All right, well that about rounds it out. Yeah, Cody Ash coming up next weekend after this one. Jason Tartik, 2024. Let's have a banger of a year. Next 6 months, hopefully for us. We're fucking grinding.
Yeah.
We're on
Thank
the
you
grind.
for tuning in. Subscribe.
Subscribe to the pod. Get your damn merch. Click the link in the episode description to grab some SeatGeek tickets and use our code ManToManPod at the checkout for $20 off. We're out.